Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how I do my very own bleach baby lights at home. So if you're interested to see how I do it, then just continue to watch. So dangerous, I get this rush. So hi guys, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Juliette. I am mum of 2 boys and I do 3 videos a week on all sorts. I do lots of hauls and fashion and beauty and lifestyle videos. So if that's the kind of thing you're interested in, there is a little subscribe button down here in red somewhere. I would love for you to click that and stick around. It's completely free and entirely up to you. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. So if you've got a bit of regrowth, or if you just wanted to brighten your hair up a bit and you fancied giving it a go yourself, this is definitely the video for you. The difference between baby lights and highlights is they're just very, very thin strands that you put throughout your hair just to give it a very natural highlighted look. There are different ways you can do it. The way I do it is like I do a midsection mohawk and I do a face frame. So I just do a couple of foils around the front and this section here, but I will fully go into detail with how I do it. I will show you everything I use in the video. Please, disclaimer, however, I am actually a qualified hairdresser. But I did qualify like over 15 years ago and I've never practiced as a hairdresser. I'll take that as I'm not a qualified hairdresser. I suggest if you are using bleach, always do go to a professional. But you know how I love to do my DIYs, so this is a DIY baby lights. If you can't afford to get to the salon and you're good with hair and you want to give it a go, then this video is for you. One thing I will say is it is a bit tricky. I still struggle myself sometimes, but it is just really for a brighten up. It's not a half head, it's not a full head. So if you have got really dark hair and you want to go all over bleach blonde, this isn't for you. This is if you've kind of like got regrowth and you really just want to brighten it up a bit, then this is perfect. This is, I find, the easiest way to brighten your hair DIY at home. So yeah, this is how I do it. So the first thing you're going to need is bleach powder. I just got this Jerome Russell Bee Blonde from Home Bargains. It was just $3.99 and inside you got 4 packets of powder bleach. I probably won't even use a whole one of these sachets. So next up you'll need your developer or your cream peroxide. These vary in strengths, 20 vol, 30 vol and usually a 40 vol. This is where you have to be really careful with bleach. The higher the vol, the stronger it is. I will only ever use a maximum of 30 vol on my hair because my hair is naturally quite blonde and also fine, so prone to damage. You will also need a mixing bowl and mixing brush, some gloves, some hair clips, a tail comb. I like to use a pin tail comb and some foil strips I made earlier. Onward to the mixing. Now this specific bleach says to mix it 1 part powder to 3 parts peroxide. What I like to do is just keep on adding the peroxide until it makes almost like a pudding consistency. So you can see here I'm just adding more and more, and then here it is at the consistency that I am happy with. So let's get on to the application. Okay, so there's a few ways that you can actually apply the highlights, the foils themselves. You can either go a full face frame, which is where you take sections. So I'm taking my pintail comb here. You take it right behind your ear and you pull all that hair forward. Then what you do is you go all the way over from the left or the right, all the way over around your face and do foils that way. Another way to do it is the way I'm going to do it today, is a face frame but with a mohawk. So what you do here is you take a section of your hair in the middle, like a mohawk, hence the name, and you pull that up and make sure your partings are neat and you do it all the way to the back of your head. Then what you want to do is you want to run the tail comb down just the front of your head in like a diagonal line down to your ear. This will only be for 1 foil in my hair. I just do 1 foil on either side, and all this is exactly what it says on the tin. It's a face frame, so when you put your hair back, your hair looks blonde, it looks even, and it really brightens up the face. When your sections are even and ready, I normally get the rest of my hair and make sure it's tied up out of the way at the back of my head. Okay, so you want to start with your first section. I always start at the back of my head, and you want to grab a piece not too thick, not too thin, and then you want to get your tail comb and you just want to weave it in and out the hair. Now because these are baby lights, you will weave that in and out and get really tiny strands. If you were doing highlights, you may want to get thicker strands, but I want just like a really natural finish. So you separate the 2 parts away from each other. You can see there that I've hardly got any hair, and then I want to get my foil, and for the back of my head I place it towards the front of my head. And the reason I do this is it's just easier for me to hold it into place and easy for me to apply the bleach because I can see what I'm doing. So it's a little fiddly, but you get your hair over, you get your bleach, and the most important part here, you don't want to put it onto any hair that's already been bleached or treated, as this is what causes breakage. Also, you only want to apply it to the top of the foil, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't go all the way to the roots, because bleach actually will stretch up the shaft of the hair, so don't worry about that. Just put your bleach on, fold it over, and then fold it back out of the way and get started onto the next strand. And you just repeat the process and keep going forward. To the front of my hair, I find now it's easier to switch it round and put the foil backwards and paint this way. This is because obviously now I can see better this way. Again, only make sure you put the bleach on your untreated natural hair and then put the other hair out of the way, out of the foil. Okay, now the mohawk section is out of the way. You want to just concentrate on your face frame side pieces. So you do exactly the same. I'll just literally do one foil each side, weave in and out with your tail comb, and then place some bleach on your natural hair. And that is it, that is the application done. Now I'm going to leave mine for 20 minutes. If you've never bleached before, what I would suggest is checking it after 10 minutes, wipe a bit of the product off. If it's still looking a little orange, I would apply the product back on and leave for another 10 minutes. Always check it in 10-minute intervals because you don't want it to be damaging or burning your hair off in any way. I found that 20 minutes works perfectly for me and my hair. Okay, so I'm just taking the foils off now and I'm going to show you what you are looking for. So you see how the hair is white, it's not orange in any way. This is when your hair is ready and the bleach can be washed off. Now I don't actually use a toner, I use these Lee Stafford Hot Shots. I think they're absolutely brilliant. I only use one straight after bleaching, and then I use my Fudge Purple shampoo on every other wash to keep away the brassiness. Okay, so it's all washed off now and I've actually put my extensions back in as well. So this is what it looks like. Now it's not going to be as blonde as down here because before I did this dye I actually had a smudge root, and so what I wanted to do is kind of gradually bring a few baby lights in because I didn't want it to look really harsh and really like zebra-y. So this is what it looks like now. You can just see a few highlights in, and I absolutely love that look. I think it's really nice and natural. Obviously next time I could go and put a few more in, but that was all I wanted to put in for now, just to blend it down. It's really lightened my roots up nicely. The purple Hot Shot toner will have toned this brassiness right down, and I find that it works just like a toner for me. Like I say, because I've got naturally light hair, I just use that to blend it in. As again, I've got my Zala taping hair extensions back in. I also tone these with my Fudge Purple shampoo. I use shade 613. So I'll leave a link below for those details of them and which ones I use and stuff. And I even have a discount code for Zala as well. So I'll leave that down below. If you're interested more about my tape extensions, I have done a video before of how I install them. So I'll make sure I leave that below for you as well. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so sorry that throughout the video my voice is really hoarse, but I've been really poorly, and so I've done my best to try and do my voiceovers for you. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I would love for you to subscribe and stick around. And until next time guys, take care. Bye.